What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 83, and in today's episode here we have the Champions League final with Watford against Barcelona. Yes, we got the Champions League final by beating the Portuguese side Benfica by 6-2 on aggregate. Barcelona beat Juventus on the away goal ruling after their two-legged affair finished 3-3 to set up this Watford vs Barcelona tie. And I'm really excited for this, of course, because don't forget, if you missed the last two episodes, we won the FA Cup against Arsenal, we won the Premier League as well, and now trying to complete a magic treble in just our third season with Watford. What a fantastic season this will be. Our third season, I just want to reiterate, man, our third season with Watford, and we're going for the treble. It's just unbelievable. The progression we've had in this series already has been insane, and if we can do this, it will be an amazing achievement for us. But still, the team is fully fit. As you can see, Ryan Talla is a little bit jaded for some reason. He didn't play on Tuesday night against Chelsea. His stamina is 75. Yet Konoplyanka, Balotelli, Barkley, similar stamina, similar attacking position. For some reason, they're totally fine, yet Ryan Talla's a little bit jaded. I don't know why it is, but he's still going to start anyway. And it's just odd because Isgrove played some part on Tuesday night, and Ryan Talla didn't, so I don't know why Ryan Talla would be more. I don't know, but anyway, the team's relatively fully fit anyway, and we'll be totally fine with this lineup, and that's what we're going to be going with for this Champions League final. Still, we played at the Allianz Arena for this one, and I'm really excited for this. But as you can probably tell by today's episode, guys, it is going to be a full live game. It's going to be a live Q&A, and I want to say a massive thank you to all of you who have been asking me questions on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at @Doclanders. I do recommend it. There's a link to my Twitter page in the description of every single video I do. You can follow me on Twitter and get involved in the series, make some signings, and sometimes, like now, ask me questions for a live Q&A. Thank you to everyone for asking me questions for today's video. If I don't get around to your question, though, please don't take it to heart. I get asked tons of questions, and of course I wouldn't be able to answer them all. But thank you for all the questions anyway. And I do want to say, before we get into today's episode as well, guys, is I did mention in episode number 81, I have been reading the comments, and I know there are quite a few of you out there that want me to join a new club for next season. Now, I don't mind doing that. I'm having loads of fun managing Watford. I really do like what we're doing to the team. There's still more to be done. We're still progressing. Even though the team has progressed to an amazing level already, we're still, developing the team, making it even better. But I don't mind moving to a new team if that's what you want. So feel free to leave me a comment in today's episode, guys. Let me know whether you guys want me to leave or stay. That's actually the question I'll be posing to you guys today. Let me know in the comment section down below if you want me to leave or stay. And also let me know why as well, so I know why. I just want to do what you guys want, basically. I don't mind leaving or staying. Either one's fine with me. But I want to do what you guys want. So leave me a comment. Tell me why you want me to leave and why you want me to stay. Either way, I'm fine with it. And just let me know in the comment section down below, and we can get some opinions going. But anyway, as well, I do want to say, 83 episodes in, the support on the series so far has been incredible. I really do appreciate that. I know, as I said a couple of times now, video views have dropped a little bit, and interest in the series has died down a little bit. But for the most part, a lot of you guys are still really enjoying the series, and it means an awful lot to me. So thank you so much for that. I'm still enjoying making every single episode, and to have your support in every single video, the likes, the comments, always really well appreciated. So thank you very much for all of that. Really do appreciate the support you guys are showing me of late. It means an awful lot, and I'm so glad you guys are still enjoying the series. But anyway, Champions League final. Barcelona's team is unbelievably insane. They'll definitely be the favourites for this one. Neymar on the left wing is going to be so interesting, though, because obviously with Neymar, he's joining us next season on a free transfer. So Klein, our right back, is going to have to keep him quiet tonight. He's going to be a future teammate of Klein's, but I want him to keep him quiet tonight. And hopefully the top scorer in the Champions League so far, Neymar, won't get any more than the 6 goals he scored already. But either way, Champions League final against Barcelona, getting underway. I'm really nervous for this one because I really want to win it so badly. It's only our third season with Watford. If we can win it, what an achievement that would be. So hopefully we can do it. Champions League final with Watford against Barcelona, about to get underway. Can we win the magic treble? Come on, the Hornets. Let's get it done. Let's win the Champions League. But still, the first question of today's episode is going to come from Jono. But before I do that though, I want to check the team lineup because have I changed Balotelli to the penalty taker yet? Have I done that? No, I haven't. Here we go. For some reason, Conor Plianka now takes penalties, and it should be Balotelli. I don't know why. I must have forgot to change it in the actual default team settings, squad team sheet thingy. But yeah, the first question comes from Jono today, and it's a light-hearted question, and he says, if you could have any superpower, what would it be? If I could have any superpower, what would it be? It would definitely be invisibility, no doubt about it. That would be my number one superpower to have if I could have any, because for me, I'm really, really self-conscious of my appearance, and I'm always paranoid about people looking at me and stuff, and to be invisible would just eliminate that whatsoever. Like, seriously, it would be awesome. Like, to just turn myself invisible whenever I want. I mean, first of all, you can get away with doing anything when you're invisible, so that's a very exciting prospect on its own, isn't it? So, yeah, being invisible for that reason alone would be amazing, and we're already 1-0 down 4 minutes in, Jono. This isn't very good, is it? But yeah, being invisible would be amazing. Just for that reason alone. But yeah, to not have people looking at me and stuff, that would be awesome, because I'm just so self-conscious of my appearance and so self-aware and paranoid that people are always judging me and stuff. Wow, what a bad start. I mean, it was an amazing goal. Like, it was an amazing couple of 1-2s between Suarez and Pogba, I'm not going to lie. That was good build-up and everything, and that was a great strike by the Frenchman. But either way, come on. Seriously, game, 4 minutes in, I'm already 1-0 down. This has been a poor start from me, and this is a nightmare beginning to the Champions League final. I'm already 1-0 down. Wow, Pogba with the opening goal. This is not good. Like, I did not expect me to be 1-0 down 4 minutes in, and I was just back killed the ball out of play. Alright, everyone calm down. This is ridiculous. What's happened? Why have I got to such a bad start? I was feeling really pumped coming into this game. Nervous, don't get me wrong, but I still felt as though we could do this. Oh my goodness, this has been a bad start. And Barcelona's side, don't forget, like, is amazing. You can see the lineup out there. It's incredible. But either way, I was expecting to get off to a better start than being down 4 minutes in. This has been terrible. Next question, though, comes from Harry Cuthbert, and he says, with Manchester United entering the Europa League, how do you think they will do? Can they win it? They definitely can win it, Harry. Harry. They definitely can win it. It's a winnable competition for them, no doubt about that. But I'm not really sure whether they will, because some English teams don't really take the Europa League seriously, and I'm not sure whether Van Gaal will, because they'll want to be going for the Premier League again this season, no doubt about that. They'll want to get themselves into the title race this season and try and win it for the first time in a few years. They'll have the FA Cup to come as well. The Europa League, I don't know whether they'd see that as second or third priority behind the Premier League. It certainly wouldn't be the first priority. But it is a winnable competition, there's no doubt about that. Going out the Champions League is a failure. No one's going to deny that. I mean, Wolfsburg, PSV and CSKA Moscow, their group, they should have been aiming to top that group, and to go out is definitely a failure. No one, you can't excuse going out of the Champions League, the group stage if you're Manchester United, no doubt about that. So it was definitely a failure for them to go out of the Champions League. But going into the Europa League, finishing in third place, there is, it is a winnable competition, more so than the Champions League, because it is a weaker European competition. But again, it all depends on what priority they see it as. Do they really want to win it, or is it just something which they could, as I said before, some English teams don't really like the Europa League. Is it something which Van Gaal would think they could do without? I mean, you never really know, do you? It all depends on what his philosophy is, I suppose. But the one thing about United is interesting. I went to the game against CSKA in Moscow, funny enough, in the Champions League group stage a few weeks ago, and I couldn't understand what the fans sort of want from Van Gaal. I mean, what they want is attacking football. Obviously, I could already tell that after 5 minutes. But I don't know whether they're convinced by the manager. Ever since Ferguson retired, Moyes came in and, the fans seemed behind him, but there was obviously major doubt as to whether he would be the one to carry on the United legacy after Ferguson's retirement, and of course that never turned out to be the case. But with Van Gaal, I think the fans sort of like his personality, or so I would think, or so I'd imagine, and so I sort of seem to see from Twitter and stuff. But when it comes down to their confidence in a man, this is definitely hurt him. This has definitely hurt his stock amongst United fans going out of the Champions League in the group stage. So I don't know whether the fans are really behind Louis van Gaal. I'm sure the most of them are, but I'm not really sure whether they all are, really. When I was at the CSKA Moscow game, when you're at a stadium and when you're watching the game live, you can sort of pick up on the mood of the fans, especially if you go as a neutral as well, like I did. You can pick up on the mood of the fans and how they feel, and I just couldn't tell whether most fans seem to, have faith in Louis van Gaal. It seemed like quite a lot of them didn't seem to believe he's the right man for the job. So I've never really known what United fans really feel about Van Gaal. It seems like a mixed response, really. If you are a United fan, let me know. Oh, what a save, Jack Butland. Oh, my goodness. If you are a United fan, let me know in the comments and tell me what you think about Van Gaal. But I've never really known whether they're fully behind him or not. That save by Jack Butland has got to be a contender for save of the series. Oh, my word. Oh, my actual word. That was insane. That was genuinely insane. And this is why I've talked about Butland so many times. He has been one of the best goalkeepers I've ever used on FIFA. My word, man. Seriously, how did he save that? That was incredible. But anyway, back to the original point. Yeah, United can definitely win the Europa League. It is a winnable competition. There's no doubt about that. They'll probably be seen as one of the favourites now they're into it. It's a very good side. But whether they will take it as seriously as other competitions, I guess we'll have to wait and see. And yeah, I guess we just have to wait and see what happens, really. And there you go. Jesus, man, this has been a bad start to the game, hasn't it? Already, Barcelona won it up in the first 5 minutes, and then Butland having to make an unbelievable save to stop us from going 2-0 down. This has been very poor, and we need to get this sorted ASAP as Ryan Tyler goes down the left-hand side. Come on, mate. Come on, Ryan Tyler. Come on, Ryan Tyler. Come on, Rocky. I was about to say, come on, Rocky. What? As he gives the ball away, and Barcelona get onto the ball. This is the one big issue with Barcelona, though. You can see the play they're doing right now. For the goal, it was really nice, and, for the rest of the game, it's going to be like this. Just very, very neat passing, very intricate build-up. It's going to be so hard to get the ball off them. AO and legendary stuff, it's going to be really hard. And when we give the ball away there, it's going to be even harder. And Neymar goes for goal, and Butland again has to save me. I've had a bad start to this game, and I've got to get it sorted ASAP. And the next question comes from Harry Harper, and he says, did you ever think you'd have this many people subscribe to you? Yes, I definitely did. For me, I've always been determined and motivated on YouTube, and that's been true since the first day. Since I first started YouTube, I had aspirations of becoming big, and I don't classify myself as big right now, but I've always had aspirations of becoming a relatively big channel compared to a lot, and I've always believed I can get to a really decent size, and 144,000 I think it is right now is an incredible number. Yeah, I'm still motivated to get even more subscribers, and I always will be until the day I decide to leave YouTube, because for me, my motivation is just second to none. I mean, it really is. That's the one thing I would always say about myself. I don't say very nice things about myself every now and then, but my motivation and my determination to succeed is genuinely second to none. I work as hard as anyone out there. I am as committed as anyone out there. I am as determined and persistent as anyone out there. And that's been true since the first day. Oh, what a header, Riedewald. What a header. And we are back on level terms. Get in. The Dutch centre-half playing left-back this season puts us back on level terms. And what a header that was. Yeah, my motivation and my determination is second to none. And therefore, I've always believed that I could get to this level. And I believe I can do even more. I mean, if I'm being completely honest here, I believe that I'm not doing as much as I could to get, well, I would say I'm not doing as much good. I'm good. I'm doing everything I can. I should be doing better, is what I'm trying to say. I should be doing better right now, and I feel disappointed that I'm not. So my motivation and my determination is why I've always believed I could get to this level, and why, in my eyes, in my opinion, I should have, I should be able to get more subscribers, because I work harder than anyone else. I put in more effort than anyone else. I tire myself out intentionally for YouTube, and I've done that since the very first day, and I'll do that until the very last day. So yeah, I've always believed I can get to this level, and I'll always believe I can do more as well, because that's just how my personality is, really. I'm a driven type of person, and motivation for me on YouTube has never been a problem. Like I've always tried as hard as I possibly can, and I always will. And Riedewald, man, seriously, he started left back this season, and in all honesty, in the first 2 seasons he started centre back, and he was okay, but nothing special. Left back, I don't know why, but I prefer him at left back. I know his stats would suggest he's better playing as centre back, but I prefer using the guy at left back. And certainly in this Champions League final I do, as he heads in that corner to make it 1-1. But that is the one position I will say next season. If we do stay at Watford next year, that is the one position I will be looking to strengthen, the left-back area. We've got Rose, we've got Galloway, we've got about 7 Canadian left-backs as well. But Riedewald, despite playing well for us this season, I would still look for a better left-back next year if we do stay at Watford. But still, next question comes from Liam. And Liam says, I know you love YouTube, but do you ever get days where you have no motivation and are scared to have this as your job? Thanks, Liam. No, thank you, Liam, for asking a question. Well, first of all, are there days when I have no motivation? Definitely not. I am motivated every single day, and I'm always, doing whatever I can. I mean, put it this way, basically, when it comes down to motivation and YouTube, I know some people do struggle, and that's understandable. And even right now, when video views are dropping for me right now, and they have done for a lot of FIFA YouTubers this year, I think, like, YouTube on general for FIFA YouTubers is a tough one, because not as many people are watching this year as compared to last year. At least that's my understanding. Not just for my channel, but for a lot of channels. So I can understand why that would kill the motivation for a lot of people, but that motivates me more. That motivates me way more, to do even better and to try even harder, So motivation for me, like, there's never a day where I'm not thinking of YouTube. There's never a day and there's never an hour where I'm not thinking of how I could better myself and how I could do more. So motivation, absolutely not. I've always never had a problem with that. I'm always totally committed and totally determined. I'm the most determined and committed person out there, and I am more than willing to stick my neck out and say that. Like, I try as hard as I possibly can, and that will never change. But when it comes down to being scared of having YouTube as a job, every single day, it's the opposite of every single day. I'm terrified every single day, because YouTube, what a lot of you guys might not realize is that YouTube is not like a standard 9-to-5 job. You don't have a guaranteed salary, you don't have a guaranteed batch of earnings. It's just random. I mean, 1 month, I said this before, 1 month I could be doing really well and I could be pushing close to 2K a month, and I'm like, wow, like, that's insane. I'm the man, I'm awesome, that's incredible. But then there are some months where I'll be lucky to get like 600, 700 quid. It's so variable. YouTube is so variable. It changes all the time. CPM is always variable, so you never know how much your view is actually worth. YouTube is a terrifying job to do as a job when you have no other sponsorships or no other source of income. If you're doing it part-time alongside another part-time job, which will pay your bills on its own, then that's fair enough. But when, for someone like me, for example, is reliant on nothing other than the views they get, like, my earnings, what I pay my bills with, what I pay my rent with, what I pay my utility bills with, what I pay my grocery shopping with, whatever I pay, whatever bill I have, I pay with it with YouTube money. That's what pays my bills. And when you have a changeable salary, which is never consistent month after month, that's terrifying, because it means that 1 month, like I said, you can do really well and you can think you're completely on top of stuff. And for example, this month, last month, my earnings weren't too bad. The best month I've had so far this year was October, or June actually, but October this year, FIFA 16 anyway, was really good for me. I've been able to treat myself to a couple different things. Like, for example, I went to the Sheffield United game back in October, and I had a little bit of money left over after last month's earnings as well to book my ticket for the game against Oldham, which I'll be going to today as you're watching this video. So I'm really excited for that, and sometimes I'll have that luxury. But then there are some months where I have to cut back on things like food, for example, because I just don't have the money. It's a terrifying job to do, because it's awesome and I love it so much, but not having that guarantee of how much you're going to earn, that's so scary, because in a 9-to-5 job you have that. And, a 9-to-5 job is completely different to YouTube. A normal 9-to-5 job, a normal full-time job, you have off days, you have holiday time, you have sick days, you have bonuses, you have perks, you have all of these different things. With YouTube, you just get paid for your views, and that's it. And that's really, really scary. That is genuinely very, very worrying. It's a great job to do, and it's a great job to have, but I'm telling you one thing right now, it is not calm. Like, it's not calm. I'm not calm doing this job, knowing that 1 month I could be really, really, really struggling financially. So yeah, it's an amazing job, but every single day I'm scared of having it as a job, because it's just so stressful. Like, it's so stressful not knowing how much you're going to earn and whether you'll be able to continue paying your bills, basically. I mean, I've already spoken about it a few times this year, about how this might be my final year on YouTube, depending on how my channel does, because you've got to understand that if my views drop drastically, then yeah, I'm maybe not going to be able to afford to pay the bills that I need to pay because I'm solely reliant on my YouTube earnings, So it's a scary job. It really is a scary job, and yeah. And I really thought that should be a foul as well. Maybe Danny Alves got the ball there, I didn't see. But still, next question comes from United Robert. And he says, if you won the lottery, how would you spend the money? How would I spend the money if I won the lottery? I mean, let's be honest, we all think about this. There are two things that we always think about that will never happen in our lives. One is how we'd spend our money if we won the lottery. And the second is what we'd do if there was a zombie apocalypse. So those are the two things we always think about, even though we know that neither of them are never going to happen, So what would I do? It's so crazy how everyone thinks about these two things, even though they'll never happen. But the one thing I would do if I won the lottery, what I'd spend my money on, well, the first thing is first, I'll just pay any outstanding bill I have. I'll just cover my bases for any bills I have. That would include. Wow, thinking about it, right now I have no outstanding bills right now for the long term. I've also got short term like rent per month and utility bills. I've got no outstanding long term bills right now. I've stayed so on top of my finances of late, and that's pretty good. But anyway, it's good to know that I don't have many expenses. But yeah, I guess actually that sort of intertwines with my point. I was about to go on a tangent about finances and expenses and bore you to death with it. But actually, that sort of does back up my point. For me, I've never been someone that has loads of impulse buys and has any outstanding bills. I'm someone who stays on top of things quite well. And if I can't afford something, I don't buy it. And that's as simple as that. That's always been how my life has been lived. I've never taken out any kind of loan, be it an official loan or a personal loan with parents or whatever. First of all, they've never given me the money, but I've never had any kind of loan. I don't have a credit card and I'll never get a credit card. I'm always really, really careful with my money and I never treat myself very often. My treats are usually, the only time I'll treat myself is if I have done really well for money. Like I said, for October, for example, I did really well and therefore I treated myself to the Sheffield United game and I'll treat myself to the Oldham game, like for again, when you'll be watching this video today. So I don't treat myself very often. And the same would be the exact same if I won the lottery, because the one thing that you guys should know about me is that I don't really change my personality ever to suit any kind of circumstance. I am the same person as I was several years ago, and I turned 23 a couple weeks ago, and I'll be the same. I've been the same person since I was 18, and I'll be the same person at 28, and the same person at 35. I'll be the same person for my entire life. I don't change my personality depending on my circumstances. If I won the lottery, Robert, I would still be shopping at Aldi, and I mean that. I would still shop at Aldi. I would still buy Tesco Value cottage cheese and Greek yogurt. I would still do everything I can to save as much money as possible. Even if I had so much disposable income, I would never have to worry about money because that's always been me. I would never throw away any kind of food. I would always be so careful with my money. I would not treat myself to impulse buys. I would not, go on holidays, every month or whatever. I wouldn't do that sort of stuff because that's not my personality. That's not me. I'm careful with my money and I always have been and I always will be. That's just who I am. So if I ever won the lottery, what I would do, first and foremost, I would again pay any outstanding bill I have. Right now I have none. But secondly, I would admittedly get cosmetic surgery done. That's no doubt about that. That's a dream for me to be able to do that. I would do that without doubt. But the rest of the money, it wouldn't get spent. It would just get put in the bank. That would just get put in the bank, and it would be saved for a rainy day, and that's it. I might treat myself to a holiday once a year possibly. I'd love to go on holiday again. Haven't been since I was 18 years old. But yeah, anything else? No, I'd do without it. I would still be shopping at Aldi. I'd still be buying Tesco Value stuff. I would still be scrimping and saving every month. I would still be doing that because that's my personality. And changing the lottery, I know it sounds stupid, and I know you probably won't believe me, and that's fine. But honestly, I can say this with my hand on my heart right now. I would still be the exact same person. I would still be a cheapskate, basically a cheapskate. That's still what I would be because that's who I am. And maybe I'll talk about the zombie apocalypse in another episode. But still, the next question comes from Johan, and he says, can you sing or dance? No, is the answer to both questions. No. First of all, you wouldn't want to hear me sing because, you're listening to this live commentary right now. I can barely speak. I can barely talk. My accent is terrible. My voice is terrible. I hate my voice so much. There are loads of people out there actually that say they really find my voice soothing. And I'm like, are you being sarcastic? I can't stand the way I sound. I feel like I sound like a nasally, sick every single day person with an awful cold. I have no accent either. Like, some people say that I sound like a typical Londoner. I don't believe that at all. My dad was born in London. My dad's side of the family were from London. I don't feel like I sound like I'm from London at all. There is a tiny bit of London. There is a tiny bit, but not that much. I don't sound like I'm from the country. I don't sound like... I got a little bit of Scottish in me, but I don't have much of a Scottish twang either. I have no, like, it's just a combination of different regions of the country is my accent. It just sounds horrible. And singing, I mean, no, I can't sing. I would sound terrible. Like, I can't even sing in the shower. Everyone can sing good in the shower but me. I sound worse in the shower. Like, I can't sing, and that's why I don't sing. I just, like, seriously, you would never catch me singing to one of my favorite songs or whatever, because I can't. I'll mime it. I'll mime the lyrics to some of my favorite songs, but I'll never sing, because even I can't stand the sound of my own voice when singing. It's terrible. And can I dance? No, absolutely not. If you've ever seen a fish out of water flopping around and moving as many body parts as they have around, gasping for, life, that's basically my dancing. That's how people would describe it. Actually, that's how I've been described by many people. That's my dancing. I can't dance. No. It's my singing is bad. My dancing is worse. I can't do either. That's why I don't go to many nightclubs, and that's why I don't do karaoke. That's me. I'm not good at singing. I'm not good at dancing. When I was in school. When I was in school, the first couple of years in secondary school, it was mandatory to take dance, and I actually wasn't that bad when I was a kid. When I was like 11, 12 years old, I wasn't that bad at learning a certain sort of I don't know what the word is really, but the way to sort of collaborate in terms of dance moves with people. Like, I was okay with that, but just in general, like nightclub dancing, for example, absolutely not. And for singing as well, come on, Ryan Talla. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, he scored it! He scored it! What a goal from the free kick by Marco! Oh my goodness, I didn't even feel the need to stop talking there and talk about the free kicks. I never thought he'd score from that range. Marco the Magician has pulled the rabbit out of the hat. Oh my goodness, what a goal! That is just inside the post. Bravo has no chance. What a goal from Marco. That is glorious. Oh, that is a wonderful goal. That is a wonderful, wonderful goal. Marco Ryan Talla has maybe delivered the Champions League in stoppage time. As I was talking about my awful dancing. Oh my goodness. Marco, that is incredible. Anyway, what I was going to say is that my singing is terrible, and when I was in school, I took like drama and stuff, and I did, plays come the end of the year, and we did have to do sort of singing at times, but my singing was always terrible, and therefore I was never anything other than a backing singer. But yeah, my singing and dancing has never been good, and it never will be good, but oh my goodness, Marco, mate. That is incredible. I can't believe he scored that. I think, to be fair, I will say I think Bravo possibly should have got to it. It wasn't actually as good as I think it was, but that was just inside the post. In goes the corner. Goalkeeper's come. Butland punches the ball away. I think we're going to win this, and I think we're going to hold on. I think we're going to hold on as Barcelona, who have played far better than us during the entire game, are probably going to lose it in stoppage time. Marco the boy. Oh my goodness. That is absolutely fantastic. And also, Lewis says, how often do you go to the den? Not as often as I would like, I should say. I don't really have the money all the time either. And that is going to be it as well. Oh, get in, Marco. Oh, I can't believe he scored that. I'm literally out of breath, out of shock. I can't believe he scored that. That is unreal, man. Like, seriously, because he was quite a long way out. I mean, again, I will say I want to watch it back on the highlights before we end the game and end the episode, because I think that Bravo should have saved it. He didn't get across very quickly. It wasn't struck with much power. But I didn't expect it to go in. That's why I was just I didn't feel the need to talk about it. I thought I might get it on target and test the keeper, but that was it. Oh dear, we have won the Champions League final. Get in. This is incredible, man. We have won the Champions League final. The two goal scorers are going to go up, and then Butland's going to lift it. Absolutely fantastic. So we went behind 4 minutes in through Pogba scoring. It was a difficult game. Barcelona put us under a lot of pressure. But Marco Ryan Talla in the 90th minute with a sensational free kick curls the ball in and delivers the Champions League as Butland lifts it aloft. And 3 seasons in, we have completed a magic treble. Unbelievable stuff. What a fantastic journey this has been with Watford. 3 years, the trophies we have won. 2 FA Cups, 1 Capital One Cup, 1 Champions League, 1 Premier League and 1 Community Shield as well. And if you want the pre-season tournament as first season. But either way, 6 major honours, unbelievable stuff. What a fantastic achievement to pull off a treble and technically a quadruple if you want in the 3rd season. Marco the Magician, the boy. Oh, that was glorious. What a fantastic free kick. But again, I will say I do want to see it on the highlights because, again, I'm not too sure whether Bravo should have got to that or whether I'm making too much of it. But still, we'll answer some questions whilst we're ending the season. Josh Katz says, thoughts on Gary Monk getting sacked and who do you think will be next? I'm sad about Gary Monk going. I feel so sorry for him. He's done so much for the club and... You know, I know they've had a struggling season so far, but we're not even half the way through. They're not in a relegation zone. I think that was a trigger-happy decision from Swansea, and I really don't think they should have sacked him. I feel very sorry for him as well. I really do, and I'm very sad he's gone. And I wish he never got the sack, but oh my word. And as for the next manager being sacked, I think it will be Steve McLaren, because I know they won last weekend against Liverpool, and as things stand right now as I'm doing this commentary, they're in the relegation zone. I still think he's not going to get it sorted, and I think that come February, March time, he will be getting a sack. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. But look at this, man. We had 2 attempts in the entire game and 2 on target, and those were the goals. I had a terrible game. I genuinely played so poor. I thought for sure this game was going to go into extra time. And then Marco delivers the Champions League with that 90-minute goal. But I do want to watch it back and just see whether Bravo should have got to this. I just want to see, because this was... I don't think this was struck with much power, and I think that Bravo should have got to it. He's... I mean... Yeah, it's a wonderful... Well, to be fair, it's a wonderfully curling free kick, and it's just inside the post. I mean, he's got a long time to get there because it doesn't have much power, but that's still a nice free kick. Do you know what? I don't care. Maybe you guys think this was just a standard free kick which a goalkeeper should have saved, but I'm going to claim this is a really nice goal. I think this was a great free kick by Marco. The swerve was great, and actually from that angle, it looks pretty bad from the goalkeeper's sake, how he got across so slowly, but the way it swerved from outside and in, oh, that was a nice free kick. That was a very nice free kick. Well done, Marco, son. That was really nice. And the worst part about it is, that's not going to be included in the goal of the season because I've already made the video and it will be up tomorrow and I've already deleted the other goals. That's the worst part. That goal delivered the Champions League final. Yeah, it's not going to be a contender for goal of the season. Whoops. But either way, what a goal by Marco. It'll just be the honourable mention. It's the honourable mention, that goal. But what a goal it was. So the Champions League has been won. Watford 2, Barcelona 1. The most undeserved Champions League win I will ever have. I played terribly in that game, yet we still managed to get the job done. That just sums up the entire season for us. Because even in the Premier League, we stumbled over the line, only winning 1 game in our last 5. In the FA Cup, Arsenal, almost took us all the way before Buffal scored that late winner. Unbelievable end to the season though, and just incredible, man. Seriously, Marco the Magician pulling the rabbit out of the hat when we needed it most. Well done, so that was fantastic. And to end the episode, guys, what we're going to do is end the season, and I'm basically just going to play through to the World Cup, because of course you would have seen by now we're going to be in the World Cup with Canada. Just going to play through to that stage. I'll show you the final squad report and look at the stats as well for the players for the season, and that will be that. So there we go. So the Champions League is won. Let's answer some more questions whilst we end the season. And I'm still shocked. I'm still shocked that went in. I can't work out whether Bravo should have saved that or not. Leave me a comment and tell me whether you think Bravo should have saved that, because I can't work it out. I think he should have done, but it was still a great free kick anyway. But anyway, next question comes from Lado, and he says, how different is Manchester? It's very different. Obviously, coming from living in a small town to living in a big city, it is very different. But I really like it here. I really like living in Manchester. The people are very friendly here. it's oh wow, why have these players terminated their contract? I was never even told they wanted to terminate their contracts. Why has this happened? Oh, I don't care. Um, I really don't mind. They'll go into the free agents pool, and they'll still develop anyway, I think. But yeah, it's very different. It's very very different. It is a big transition for me again from going from a small town, from living at home, to going to living on my own, to living in a big town. It's a big difference, but I do really like it. The people are very very friendly up here. Not that the people weren't friendly in my old town or anything, just there were a lot of snobs. But the people are very friendly here, and it's a great city. And I've already said before, and I'll say it again. I can see this place being a home for me for many years to come. If I'm lucky, touch wood, that I can still afford it in years to come. And I can see Manchester being a place I live for years to come because I really like it here. It's just such a nice city, and I'd love to stay here for a long time. It's great, and I really like it here. And yeah, so Maxime Ferguson I think was actually a pretty decent youth player. So sadly he's terminated his contract, but this guy's our best one so far. Have we already offered this guy a contract yet? I thought we were going to offer this guy a contract. We'll offer him one anyway, as I do like to look at this guy. But yeah, so yeah, Manchester. It's a big change. It's a big transition, but I do really, really like it here. And yeah, and the next question comes from Craig Henderson, and he says, "What is your biggest fear?" My biggest fear, I'm not really sure. I guess the main one would probably be a standard one, and that is sort of dying alone and sort of just being alone for the foreseeable future. I'm 23 now. I turned 23 a couple of weeks ago, and I've been single all my life, and it sucks because the single life isn't bad sometimes, but it kind of sucks when it's been 23 years, you know what I mean? When it's been 23 years, I think it's about time to try and hope for the best and get someone to be your partner. So yeah, I guess that's a big fear for me, just continuing to be alone for a long time, because it does kind of suck being really lonely. But that's a big fear for me. But I guess just never really figuring out what I want to do with life as well. I'm 23, and I know I've still got many years to come. I'm still technically a young adult. Only like 5 years of adulthood has passed, but I still don't really know what I want to do with my life. Like I know that I want to do this until I'm about 30 years old, if I'm very lucky, which again, I'm not really sure I will be lucky enough. I know I want to do this for as long as possible anyway, but other than that, I don't know. Like I don't really know what my career is, and that's pretty scary. That's a big fear for me because I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do with my life, and I like every day I just feel like I'm just wasting time because I don't really know if this is going to work out for me. Like, the dream I suppose would be to make this work to the point where I'm getting so much money from it, and I'm a big YouTuber. But that's I'm realistic. That's never going to happen. But other than that, I don't really know what else I sort of want to do really, and that is a big fear for me, never being able to figure out what it is exactly I want to do with my life. So those two are pretty big fears, and yeah. Oh my goodness, I'm still in shock. Like it happened like 10 minutes ago. I'm still in shock that free kick went in. I can't believe it. That goal, like Marco, man, he is just so amazing. As a youth player, he's definitely one of the best I've ever promoted. The guy's insane, and I'll say this again, like I'm so glad you guys told me to stick with him because he has been insane, man. Seriously, what a fantastic free kick that was to deliver the Champions League final. So let me show you the player stats as well of the Premier League. I never did that before. Balotelli won top scorer for us, which is fantastic. Really pleased with that with 20 goals. Loftus-Cheek as well got 8 this season too. That's actually lower than his first 2 seasons though, despite playing this season a striker for quite a bit this season. Top assist maker, who was that for Watford? Did we get anyone? We got Klein with 5. Klein's had a great debut season for us as well. Barkley got 5. Colin Bianchi got 5 as well. And yeah, and the clean sheets, unsurprisingly, Butland with 19 out of 38. That's 1 in 2. Not too bad of a ratio, that one at all. And there you go. So I don't know what else I need to show you before I end the season, guys. I think that's pretty much it, isn't it? That's the player stats done. And I think that's all I need to show you. Thinking about it, I think that's all I need to show you. So yeah, contracts are expiring. We've offered ones to McKendry and Lewis. We want them both to stay here. And yeah, the World Cup too. Have I showed you my World Cup group yet? If I haven't done that already, we've got Germany, Uruguay, and Sweden. I don't think I've shown you that yet. But anyway, yeah, the World Cup's going to come in the next episode. We've got Germany, Sweden, and Uruguay of Canada. So that's we can make it out of that group. We can definitely make it out of that group. Germany, of course, are going to be the favourites, no doubt, the current holders of the World Cup. It's going to be very difficult to get past them. But Sweden and Uruguay, like Uruguay, of course, are a pretty decent nation, and Sweden have got some great players too. But I think we can qualify. That's a tough group. It is a tough group. Don't get me wrong, but even with Canada being a three-star nation and really poor, I still think we could cause an upset and sneak into second place. We're not going to top it. That would be Germany, obviously. We already know that. But I still think we could possibly sneak into second place if we can avoid defeat against Uruguay and winning. I think beating Sweden has to be our best aim at getting a win in this group. And a point against Germany will be incredible. And just making sure we don't lose to Uruguay as well. That's going to be key, not losing to Uruguay, I think. But anyway, we'll have to wait and see. That'll be in the next episode. And there you have it. So I think that's going to be it then, guys, for the episode. I think that's going to be it for the episode. I can't think of anything else I need to do. At all. Didn't he want future first team player status, or did he want? Oh, I don't know. But yeah, that's going to end it for the episode, guys. So I just want to say a massive thank you for supporting the series so far. Once again, 83 episodes into the series, really, really enjoying it, having so much fun. But again, I do really want your comments today, guys, and I want you to let me know what you want me to do with this Watford team. Do you want me to stay at Watford for the next season, or do you want me to go somewhere else? I honestly don't mind either way. It's totally your choice. Don't forget we've got Neymar coming in next season as well. But if you want me to leave and go somewhere else, I'm more than happy to do that. So it's your call, basically. If you want me to go to a new club, let me know in the comment section down below. Comment and say, yes, move to a new team, or stay at Watford. Either is totally fine with me. I don't mind. Obviously, it will happen during the season at some point, like sort of halfway through the season next year. But if you want me to start looking for a new job, I'm happy to do that, or stay. It's totally up to you. And just leave me a comment and tell me what you guys want, as I just want to make you guys as happy as possible. But anyway, let's take a look at Jeremy Haber. Has the potential to be special. He's got to be one of our best Canadian youth prospects without doubt. This guy looks really, really good. 4-star skills as well, 3-star weak foot. This guy could be a real star for Canada. I've got this guy called up for the national team. He's in the central midfield role. This guy could be an absolute boss for Canada. I'm looking forward to using this guy. He could be really, really good. But yeah, that is going to end the episode, guys. Going to quickly advance to the World Cup group stage, and then we're going to leave it there. So thank you so much for watching the episode, guys. I really do appreciate it. If you have enjoyed today's episode of Career Mode, then please do leave a like. That is, of course, much appreciated, and it really does help my channel out. Hopefully, you're just as glad as I am that we have won the Champions League final. What a superb way to win it as well, with Ryan Thaler scoring a stoppage time. Hang on, that's Ryan Thaler there. Marco Ryan Thaler is Ashton Goka's doppelganger. What? That's the exact same face. That's the exact same face as Ryan Thaler. I'm not even joking. That's the exact same. Is there a right there? That's the exact same. There is not a look. That's the exact same player. Ryan Thaler is not only a Watford left winger who's just won a Champions League final. By day, Ashton Goka is the goalkeeper for FC Nuremberg in Germany, but by night, he's Marco Ryan Thaler, the Watford left winger. This game is pathetic. It's the exact same face. It's the exact same player. It's the exact same player. Oh my word. Like, have you ever seen that? Oh my god, it's the exact same player. It's the exact same player. 6'5" goalkeeper or 6'1" left winger. 20 years old or 18 years old. Italian or German, take your pick. It's the exact same player. Oh, this game. This is the worst FIFA I've ever played in my entire life, and I've played since '99. Oh my goodness. It's the exact same player. It's the exact same face. This game is pathetic, isn't it? Like, honestly, I have never played a worse game for FIFA than FIFA 16. I mean that. It's the worst FIFA I've ever played. Let's take a look at our national representatives. I've just lost this commentary completely. I'm just having a laugh now. Okay, so our Canadian representatives from the first team are Pacheco de Mello, Jakovic, Froes, Haver, and Clans Jackson. But of course, you also got the academy graduates in there too. We've got players in our youth team that are going to be playing for Canada this year in the World Cup. How cool is that? Riedewald's going to be playing in the World Cup for Netherlands, Vidra for the Czech Republic, Barkley, Klein, Davis, and Butland are the England representatives, Laporta for France. Oh, get in. Ryan Thaler made the Italy squad, and so did Balotelli and Carvalho for Portugal. So that is the international call-ups to the World Cup. and that's just thrown me off, man. Same face. Okay. And yes, I can't stop laughing. It's the same face. It's the exact same player. I can't stop laughing. I'm so sorry, but it's the exact same player face. Right, calm down. Everyone, shut up. Right. Okay. So there we go. The Champions League episode is done. We're going into the World Cup in the next episode, guys. Thank you so much for your support on the series so far. 83 episodes in, having so much fun. Hopefully you guys are as well. If you enjoyed the episode, please do leave a like. I'm sorry I've completely lost the commentary towards the end. But if you have enjoyed the episode, please do leave a like. I really would appreciate it. Please do let me know. Please do let me know what you want with Watford. Do you want me to stay with Watford or do you want me to leave? Honestly, I don't mind staying. I don't mind going. It's totally your call. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you want me to do, and I'll look into it for next season. So thank you so much for your support, guys. As always, much love to you all. Love all of you guys. Really appreciate everything you've done for me and continue to do so. You are absolutely fantastic. Every day I want to continue to entertain you and make you laugh sometimes. And have a fantastic Saturday. Hopefully your football teams do well. Much love, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode, where the World Cup will begin with Canada very soon.